This is a non-smoking theater, so please, no smoking. For the enjoyment of others, please refrain from conversation during the feature presentation. At this time, please turn off all cell phones and pagers. And remember, no one has the right to touch you in your bathing suit area.
Welcome to the Gobster, thoughts of a Brummian flow. You could be anywhere else right now, but you chose this show, yeah. Kick back, grab your brew, drop your name in the chat. We're just talking what's true, little laughs, little facts. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Glad you took a bit of time, part of the team. Please enjoy the chat, let it all unwind. Hit like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Brummy brain on the screen, chasing a dream. Please enjoy the chat, let the good times ride. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay along for the ride. From the heart of the Midlands straight to your phone. You're flat, every accent and angle, every story in the chat. So if you're lurking in silence or type in line after line, you're the reason this runs, you're the ones on my mind. Welcome to the Gobster live stream. Glad you took a bit of time, part of a team. Please enjoy the chat, let it all unwind. Hit like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Hey, welcome to the Gobster live stream. Brummy brain on the screen, chasing a dream. Please enjoy the chat, let the good times ride. Hit like, share, and subscribe. Stay along for the ride.
Well, all right, are ya? How you diddling? Hope everything's okay with you and yours, and welcome to another live stream. Starting to make a bit of a habit of this, aren't I? Now, I have unmuted my mic, haven't I? I have absolutely 100% unmuted my mic. Yep, you can hear me. Right then, let's get through to the basic hellos at the beginning. So, hello, Martin Knox. Well done and welcome, being number one. Hello, Dante. Mod in the building. Welcome. Thank you very much for turning up again. Who else? Boy, Dave boy. Nice to see you again in the chat, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else is here? Hello, Doka. Welcome. Nice one. Thanks very much for joining us again. It's nice to see some familiar faces. Who else we got in? Jane. Nice. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming. Tina, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to go through. Matthew Whedon, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for sharing as usual, my friend. Excuse me, still got this bloody cough. Sparks Wayne, hello, how you doing? You okay? No problems. Hope everybody's okay. Everything's good. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Greetings from Ireland. Thank you and welcome for joining. No, don't think we've seen you in the chat before. Welcome. Thank you very much for popping on by. Hello, Paul. Welcome. Welcome. Right, we've caught up with the chat. As you can see, we've got a little reminder running at the top. I'll turn it off in a minute. Just remember, coffee helps. Coffee certainly does help. It's good stuff. Especially when you give it a little bit of a whiskey chaser. Any case. So, as the thing says up above, remember, respect each other, respect the chat, respect the mods, respect me. Remember, this is my channel. You know them. You know how it is. Hello, Fairweather Motorcyclist. Welcome back. Hello again. Hello, Clash. Hello, Kenta. Welcome from the Netherlands. Hope everything is okay over there. Welcome, Clash. You see, the thing is, my cough will go. Hello, Janori. Welcome. My cough will go when I can get rid of this bloody cold. And my nose won't stop running. I think it's because there ain't no sun. And we ain't got no sun. I'm going to have to say hello for turning up. Too many names joining. It's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. Already up to 42 viewers. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We're definitely going to be talking about that because, well, we'll get into it at the moment. So, any case, welcome, one and all. Hope you're all well. I hope everything's going great. Hello, Linda. Welcome. Right then. So, just before I came on air, I saw that Candid with Lubna was doing a live stream with the words "Restore Britain" with Britain gone, crossed out, and racism put there in their place. And she had two special guests on, which was Richard Inman and Paul Thorpe. Now, let's get it all set out. I had a cough for 3 weeks, then a lung infection to go with it. I will do. Oh, I don't think it's that bad. I can actually, it's productive, so I know what it is. Hello, Martin Goodman. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, any case, as I was saying, new to the chat, Martin, welcome. They're a good bunch. I don't think they'll bite you too hard. So, any case, so now I liked Paul Thorpe right up until I just got on to the end of their, well, not the end, the middle of their live stream, two special guests, yeah. And I was absolutely enraged by the nastiness out of these two so-called men. You see, no, mate, but what they were saying was basically anyone who supports Restore Britain, anyone helps Restore Britain are nothing but racists, ethno-nats, blah, 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 blah. And clearly there were some people in the chat who were saying, no, that's what being said. And Paul Thorpe said to all the haters in the chat, you can all fuck off. That's basically their attitude. Now, you may have seen a poll on the top of this chat, and the whole idea of the poll was, with all this going on and what people have said, has your opinion of certain people changed? Have you taken a different view? And to watch the people you thought were allies and who still claim to be allies, and we can, all the advanced supporters, shall we say, as in Richard and Paul and what's his name, Taylor, all coming out and saying baseless statements, makes you wonder who they really are. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, well, exactly. Well, I mean, we're 20, exactly. So, in any case, let's get distracted. Let me focus on getting this out because there's now 68 people watching. Thank you so much. Politics in the Entrapment Department of the Military. Very true. And welcome, Tony. So, all of them have come out now, and the best one is calling us all ethno-nationalists. Like, that's a bad thing, apparently. Now, they're having a meltdown, unfortunately. This is true. They are showing us who they are, and yep, they are having a meltdown. Well, to be fair, I always looked at Paul and I thought I could see what he's trying to do. But catching him on that stream for the 10 minutes I watched it was enough. I'm done. Absolutely done. the ability of these people to suddenly change shows you who they are. These people never had our interests at heart. I genuinely don't think they ever did. They are gatekeepers, correct. But I genuinely don't think that these people have our interests at heart. And it now is beginning to make me question what the hell's going on and who these people really are and what they actually stand for. Now you see, ethno-nationalist, this is the new slur. This is the new slur. You're an ethno-nationalist. So therefore you're one step away from being, as Leila Cunningham said in Reform, neo-Nazi. This is the framing they've got us in. This is the frame they're going to put us in. Yeah, it's quite funny how all of them will be vehemently against ethno-nationalists because it's going to take us down a very dark route and evil is upon us. Yet when it comes to Israel, that's absolutely fine. When Keir Starmer says Greenland for the Greenlanders, that's okay. But when we say Britain for the British, England for the English, Scottish for the Scottish, Welsh for the Welsh, Northern Ireland for the Ireland, when anyone else says it, it's not it becomes evil. Yes, mate, it's slowly getting there. Because I'm producing quite a lot of horrible stuff. Right. Well, we all know how that's going to go. Greens are going to win that. I do believe that Greens are going to win it. And they're going to win it. And I guarantee you they're going to win it on postal votes. Because I'm afraid if you vote Green, you're voting for Islam. It's literally that mad. Well, apparently we're not. We're fake plastic patriots. We are the scum of the universe, apparently. We are evil now. And, yeah, they are. They all are. As sad as it is to say, I'm afraid they are. And that also comes to, get ready, because I've got my subscriber count up on the screen right now. I'm about to watch this drop like a stone. That also goes down to Tommy Robinson. Before anyone starts shouting, what Tommy did, raising awareness to Islam and the grooming gangs, all great. But at the moment, all he ever seems to sing about is Israel. I'm wondering, I'm sorry, but it's probably going to upset a few people. I'm wondering who these people have been actually representing. And for somebody who's looked up to these people, to see that I think an awful lot of us have been led up the garden path by these people is saddening, to be fair. Absolutely saddening. Yeah, but that's if true. If true. If true. Yeah, it is controversial. I mean, I understand it, and that's, you know, when I do these things, I do have a tendency to speak out from the heart, from the head, and I do try and very carefully think about what I'm saying because I can understand. Now, well, ready for this? I'm going to do, as you just brought it up. Apparently, young Bob pretty much deserved it. He went in looking for a fight. And to be fair, the Muslims gave him a bit of a kicking, didn't give him a good kick, and they were quite nice with him, really. And I shit you not, that is what he said. That is what he said. Young Bob went looking for trouble. And to be fair, respect, to the guys who actually give him a... They only roughed him up. I've had bigger fights than that, and I was on a playground as a 5-year-old. That's what he said about Young Bob being attacked. Whether Young Bob did that or not is irrelevant. You're actually authorizing violence on somebody you don't like. That is the mask completely off. Even if I don't like somebody, if I see somebody being attacked, if I see somebody being violently assaulted, I don't go on a, like now, and go, well, to be fair, he went looking for it, he deserved it. Really? Is that where we're going to go now? So now what you're doing is you're technically celebrating somebody being attacked by somebody else and congratulating them on their restraint, even though there was one of him and about 8 of them. Yeah, but apparently now it means that if you're an ethno-nationalist, you are a racist, you are a Nazi. But only applies to this country. Everywhere else in the world is allowed to do that, but here, no. Not allowed to do that. Not allowed to do that. Yep, that is where I had to come off. He was on with Candid, with Lubna. It's a live stream. It's probably still running now. And that's exactly what he said. He exactly said that these people are doing it for clicks and likes. Young Bob went there with 2 other guys who are known ethno-nationalists, and they went there looking for a fight. And to be fair, the guys didn't really rough him up. I've had bigger fights than that when I was on the playground when I was 5. That's exactly the words he said. That's when I decided right there and then I could not watch it, and all of them are unsubscribed, gone, finished, done with them. Done with them. They were actually justifying Young Bob being attacked, irrespective. He actually said that. Actually said that. Look, I know people go in and do things and say things to get clicks and likes. We all know the game that people play. It's the YouTube game, isn't it? Let's be honest. We all know this is the game we all play. This is the game they all play. But you have to be careful. Look, I have no problem with people supporting Israel at all. That's absolutely fine. The thing is, I don't have a dog in that fight. But I do care about this country. Now, apparently, Paul said he's in Spain for whatever reason. And if he is, and that's fine, there's a good enough reason, fine, no problem. But to turn around and say, I love England more than anyone else, bullshit. Absolute bullshit, you don't. You really don't. Yep, Herman, that's exactly what they say. What they're doing is saying ethno-Nats, and then they use neo-Nazi or Nazi in the next sentence. It's guilt by association. Guilt by association. That's what it's for. Yeah, I agree. I'm done with them. I'm done with them. I literally, Richard, from when the day Rupert launched Restore Britain, those rants he put online, just literally unbelievable. And I was done with him there. But to turn around and say that, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Gosh, I think I'm finding I need to start my own channel. People are getting crazy in East Sound. Absolutely. And goodbye, Park. Once you start it up, let us know and I'll share it so everybody can find it. We do need more level-headed voices because it's just gone. It's just gone. Genuinely just gone. When I started this channel, and for those of you who knew, that when I started this channel, I used to talk about science fiction, Doctor Who. And that just became, politics entered that show. I started talking more and more about the politics in that show, and then politics just took over. And I looked up at these people, and I could see what they're saying, and I was agreeing with what they're saying. And now I realise that most of the stuff they were saying isn't true. It's not real. They were just bullshitting. And that's what really annoys me the most. It's just, we live in such a low trust society, genuinely such a low trust society, that we cannot even believe people. Hello, Mr. Monkey. I'm an advanced UK member. I was all in to support them. I was saddened that Rupert never took the leadership position. Obviously, things aren't right behind the scenes. Advance are now finished. And it makes you wonder why Advance was set up. It also makes you wonder why Rupert never did anything. I'm saddened by Paul Thorpe, Richard Inman and Jeff Taylor's remarks. I thought they were all about making Britain again. Wish Advanced UK all the best, but restore Britain for me. Thank you, Amelia. And that, isn't it true? This is the thing. These are the men who have stood in the air. We will make Britain strong again. We will make Britain better again. Come with us. Stand with us. We'll get Britain. Okay. Well, I've seen what I like, and I want to deport people. Oh, well, you can't do that because you're an ethno-Nazi. You can do it our way or you are scum. That's what I get from this. From this is, well, you're scum. Absolute scum if you don't do it our way. How does that work? How does that work? Ben through his dummy. Well, and then apparently he's come back and said, well, we'll be better off if we work together. Rupert, if you're ever watching this, you probably won't. But if you did, don't go anywhere near Advanced UK, Ben Habib and that. Don't. After all this, I do not trust them. I do not trust them as far as I can throw them. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, it makes... Now you hear what these people are saying. Now you see what they're doing. It makes you question. And these are the sort of red flags I got with reform over 18 months ago. That something wasn't right. And now something's not right again. But the question is, when will it be enough? When will we find somebody to actually... I mean, we see... It's so disappointing. It really is. It's so disappointing. But I do believe that we've been yet again deliberately let down the garden path. Yeah, please don't. Look, I understand people have issues, but don't make it about this. Don't, please. I understand, but don't, okay? We've got enough problems at the moment without having to worry about that. Okay? I'm just saying that these people's concerns seem now to be more with what Israel. See, Israel's allowed to be an ethno-nationalist state. This is Richard Inman, but we can't. You can't say one can and one can't. You can't do that. You just can't. You just genuinely can't do that. And it frustrates the living shit out of me. And I am so, as you could probably tell, really, really annoyed at myself for falling for the bullshit. Really am. I think we've been lied to and it's been done on purpose. And I think, honestly, that's why... Yeah, I'll have a Jack Daniels Martin. That's why I think Rupert had nothing to do with them. Freemasons, can we talk about them? Another dodgy organisation. No, it's fine. Look, I know I am friends with Jewish people. I'm friends. I try to. Well, I know lots of different people because it's not. We always have to bring it down to race or religion, and it's not about that. Okay, let's not go off divergently at this. We need to stick together. We need to genuinely do something to save the country. And if that makes me a racist, an ethno-nationalist, I mean, I've been accused of working for Putin, I'm a Mossad agent, it's just madness. There are good people all over this country and there are bad people. There are people who shouldn't be here and people who should be here. It's just madness. A lot of people feel, don't be so hard on yourself. It's annoying. It's just really, really grinds my gears. And when you start looking, I mean, I watched a great video. I actually hyped it. And Dino Bain did a video talking about Tommy Robinson and all this sort of stuff, about who they actually represent or potentially represent. Brilliant video. If you've not been on Dino's channel, please subscribe to Dino Baines. It really is. You know, I mean, for Ben Habib to sit there and go, well, you see, you're not being democratic. Well, your college and your executive board, no one voted for. I treat people with character. If someone's decent, I'll be decent. Exactly. You see, my philosophy has always been, I do not care about your race. I do not care about your religion, your sexuality, what you want to call yourself this week. I couldn't give a shit about any of that. I judge you on whether or not you're being a twat. And if you're being a twat, I'll treat you like a twat. That's it. I'm not treating you, calling you this, that, and the other because of the colour of your skin or whatever. I'm calling it because you're an idiot. The same way I would expect somebody to call me out for being an idiot, but not bring the fact that you're a stupid white boy. I don't bring colour into anything. I really don't. Dino did make some very good points. Yeah, Dino's video, it was brilliant. I do like Dino. I'm beginning to sort of pull, you know, because at the moment I follow lots of people on YouTube, but I'm beginning to shrink it down now. Really drink it. Hello, Vindicator, another guy who I like watching. I genuinely like it because Vindicator's like me. He tells it as it is. Irrespective of what hate they're going to get, what you're going to get in your face, what you're going to get called, this, that, and the other. Because that's the whole idea. You've got to tell people how you feel and how you see it. And you're very good to see how that is. And sometimes it's painful. Sometimes you will come to the conclusion, like I have today, after watching that Candy with Lubna thing. I've been led up the garden path by people, and I see it for what it is now. I understand now what other people were trying to say, and I'm done with it. I am done with it. The thing, and I'll repeat it again, the thing that I got me the most is when Richard said that young Bob basically went out looking for a beating, and the kids, to be fair, were quite gentle with him. I just, where does that sit right in anyone's head? Where? How can you justify that? And he said, well, eventually one of these people are going to go in there. He said, was it Bo? Bo should have make racism great again on his hat. This is the thing that they're coming. This is what's happening. It's just absolute madness. These people who, I think, to be fair, when it all started, a lot of us looked up to. And they've just been lying. They aren't interested in us. They're only interested in themselves. They're only interested in what they can gain. I don't do this because I want to be famous. I'm not doing this because I want to become some political powerhouse. I do it because I care about my country. I have kids and I have grandkids, and I worry about what's coming for them. That's why I do this. Genuinely. What's this one? Richard on Jeff Taylor streaming a meltdown. When I stated you can't beat this message, England for the English, Scottish, Welsh. Well, what a surprise. What an absolute surprise. To be fair, originally, Vin, I used to think he was all right, but recently he's just been I agree, an absolute massive twat. Probably hate me for that. I don't care. I just don't. I'm done with it. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult to do politics. They're really not more. It's more than the money. It's the power. That's why they are where they are. That's where they are. That's why they are where they are. It's just madness. Absolute madness. I've always been told, tone it down so I get louder in case someone back on here. Yeah, well, I've been Mama G keeps telling me off. You've got to be careful what you post. No, Mum, I'm not going to get careful what I post. We've got to speak out. And I don't mean in this namby-pamby way that these big YouTubers are doing it at the moment. Yeah, as in your Paul Thorpes and your Richard Immons and that, yeah? God honest, down to earth, yeah? Just be real. God's sake, we're too full of fake stuff. Way too full of fake stuff. People need to be prepared to be called ethno-nats, racist, bigots, Islamophobes, save England, rise above the less marks umbrella and allowable politics. Correct. But isn't it amazing that a lot of these people who were all against this leftist ideology now all of a sudden are defaulting straight to it and calling something else. Nigel is done. When Reform was first created, let's go back to the beasts of time. When Reform was first voted, I thought, oh, here we go, finally. And I went to the very first Birmingham conference. And I sat there and I was talking to some nice, like-minded people. People were, it was great. The atmosphere was wonderful. They came out, they were talking and speaking the same way things are. Then Zia Yusuf appeared on the stage. Yeah, that was enough. That was enough. No, exactly, Robert. Never anywhere in this world is it right to justify anyone getting attacked by anything. It's just not right. It really isn't. And that just shows you the character of this person. I mean, he was saying, yeah, sooner or later, some of these restore lads are going to go into a bad area and they're going to get killed or stabbed or hurt. And then it'll be genuinely. So you're basically admitting, there's no-go areas in the country. There you go. Jeff Taylor and Richard couldn't stop calling viewers racist and strawman. Here we go. They don't want to listen. And you know what? They don't want to listen. So let's not fucking listen to them. I'm done with them. I'm literally, I've unsubscribed to them and I'm having nothing to do with them. Absolutely nothing to do with them now. That's how they want to talk to people who they, up until 2 weeks, up until 2 weeks ago, these were the people that they represented. And now all of a sudden, he has. Exactly, Finn. He's turned into they all have. Literally, these people who have been going on about, we don't belong, these leftists all resort to racist and bigot and this, that and the other. And then the second Rupert does what he does, that's exactly what they default to. So they're exactly the same. Therefore, they're on that side of the divide. It's as clear as day now. It really is. It's just unbelievable. They're going to lose a lot of subs. I'm probably going to lose some subs because they're going to be, I know. And the thing is, in reality, for me, it's not about subs. Although I am absolutely blown away by the amount of subs I've got, and it shatters me every time I look at how I had one 2 years ago when I think I got 600. I think it was 300 subs, and I was stoked. Now I just can't. I just poof, does my head in. But it's not about that. It's about the message. It's just unbelievable. It really is. We need hope when we thought it was reform, but master slips in. And then you have Advance UK, which I do think Ben is a great person, but will never gain traction. He's not an MP or Parliament. Unfortunately, what Ben did and what Ben's been doing, no, again, done. Just done. You can't throw people under buses and scream and shout because you got a bit upset that somebody didn't answer your phone and then expect somebody to go okay. It's like somebody went today on X. Why hasn't Rupert Lowe come out and thrown his weight behind the Reform candidate in that Denton and stupid by-election? What the fuck would he? They treated him like shit. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Speaking the truth, exactly, that's all it is. So annoying. Yeah, got to be a little bit careful. A little bit careful. Just be a little bit careful. I'm actually going to get rid of this thing that's scrolling across the top now because it's beginning to irritate the crap out of me. I don't know about you, so let's get rid of that. Go away. There we go. That's better. It's just, yeah. Hello, Red Pill Rush. Yeah, it's about time. Yeah, that's what we do. The old school. You lot need to, you idiots who keep calling everybody racist and Nazis. Go play with the stickle bricks in the corner. That's all you can play with. You're not even allowed Lego. You're not that clever. Yeah, I didn't know he'd said that. The thing is, somebody, as Dino said, well, did you say it in jest? Did he say it in jest? I'm sure he said it in jest. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that about black people because I wouldn't. Because I just wouldn't. I like a lot of. I judge people for who they are. I was literally blown away by that, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then once I saw that, and it started because I've had people telling me, "Don't trust Tommy, don't trust Tommy," and I didn't really. It's difficult when you look at someone who, in reality, has done good work, and then that happens. It's just bad. It's just so bad. Lego is cool. It is. When I get a chance, I've got a Ultimate Edition Millennium Falcon in Lego I've got to build that my son bought me. That'll be challenging. But yeah, Lego's cool. I've even got a little Lego me with me coffee cup. There you go. I watched the video of Rupert 25 years ago tonight. He's just the same against political. There you go. He has never changed his viewpoint. So why would you? That's right. They stab you in the back, stone on your face, and that's for the £10 for the knife. And that's how it feels. That's how it feels. It's generally terrible. It's just unbelievable. Did you get your deck chair out, Gobster? Yes, it was a balmy 15 degrees in the Midlands, 17 degrees in Wales. I know. I bet it was still raining in Sennybridge, though. I bet you it was still raining in Sennybridge. All my memories of Sennybridge, I never remember a day where it was dry. Always raining. It's always raining. That's why it's called Never Sunny Bridge. Sense of politics is dead. Yeah, it is. As sad as it is, it is. You're right. It's gone. It's dead. It's over. There's only left. There's only right. There is no centre anymore. I used to class myself as centre right. Well, now I'm a far right ethno-nationalist racist who works for Mossad, apparently. So go figure. I don't know when that happened. But then again, I didn't realise when I went to sleep and woke up in an alternate reality where it was like this all of a sudden. I don't know when that happened either. Being honest doesn't necessarily win elections. So why should we accept that? So basically, the only way to win an election is to lie your ass off. Explains a lot, though. It shouldn't be like that. You should be able to tell the truth, but of course you're not allowed to do. Still called Brexit better than Lego fight. Yeah, here we go. We're off again. Tommy doesn't love English because he grew up with a multi-ethnic community. And they were like, yeah, well, exactly. That is true. That is true. Evening G, have you seen what happened to young Bob? Yeah, Demolition Gamer. We've actually discussed that at the beginning. Welcome, any case. And I'll reiterate it again because I still can't get my head around how this is right. But Richard Inman was on Candy with Lubna, a live stream with Paul Thorpe. So you can imagine how that conversation went. And he basically said that young Bob went there looking for trouble and got it. And to be fair, the guys who beat him up, to be fair to them, they didn't rough him up too bad. Instant unsubscribing there and then. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh, you're like, oh wow, you work for Labour. Yeah, well, Mossad. I think that was the best one, Mossad. I wish I did work for Mossad. I'd probably have a lot of money. But I didn't please the guy when I replied to his comment in Russian, basically saying, if you translated it, that I actually work for Vladimir Putin. Waiting for that one. No need to apologise. Never apologise. You turn up when you can. And even if you're here for 2 minutes, thank you. I know how busy everybody's lives are. I'm always touched. I mean, there's 120 people currently watching this. That's 120 people who've taken a few moments of their lives to come and watch a Brummie sitting in his, as some people call it, the bomb shelter, just talking how I see things. And that's awesome. And I thank every single one of you. Very. It's as simple as that. You have to be very stupid and not realise that you are, well, let's be honest, a useful idiot. Massively. In my eyes, massively. Tommy Advanced Reform Centre-right politics, apparently. Yet they all feel left-wing. They're doing their rhetoric, any case. Weird that, isn't it? Going to Devon to get away from the crowded Midlands. Love going. Yeah, I'm off to Devon painting in March half term. The next half term, I'm going down there for a week. Anyone on Rumble? There's two of you. Well, hello. Hand over cigars. There's apparently two of you. So you're one. There is somebody else. We don't get many Rumble viewers. Weird that. And then what happened last time I mentioned that? Some people who were on other things went over to Rumble. It's a shame because I wish Rumble was better. I wish I could get these viewing figures on Rumble, then I wouldn't be on here. I genuinely wouldn't. Indian thought courted Lebanon to get her on their vehicle. It was good. She met Tommy. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, somebody else who I thought it was nice to see somebody talking like she did, and it was refreshing. And then things started to fall off there. Atom Ham, hey, Mr. G. Well, hey, that's it. There's the two. There's the two that are on Rumble. Welcome and thank you so much. Yeah, Rumble and Odyssey are better. I mean, I'm actually going through this via Rumble and then onto YouTube. But the problem is, I've got 106 watching on YouTube. Yeah, or 107 watching on YouTube and 2 on Rumble. That's why I won't go on Rumble. It's as simple as that. Exactly. The thing is, Rupert is 100% firmly right. He's right, and that's it. There's nothing with him. And as I said on the last live stream, when I hear somebody say, look, I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be painful, it's going to be hard, I'm thinking, well, you're the first politician I've ever heard say that, so I'm with you 100%. Absolutely 100%. Yeah, Rumble is, I agree, mate. It's really difficult. Really, really difficult. It's a shame because I think if Rumble was as good as YouTube, then I think people would be going to Rumble, but it's just so difficult. Don't worry, I will do. I'm looking forward to chilling out. I'm going to have a good week away. Nah, Moss said never pay on time. I think we're all poor boys. Probably explains why I got no money. Unbelievable. Richard the Lion was racist. Yeah. If you go by modern day viewpoints, yes. We're going to Payton first week of the school holidays. So you may or may not see me bombing out. I will be wearing this. Unless the sun's out. No, I will be wearing this. So you might spot me. You may spot me. Somebody asked me another question. So no, unsubscribed. I'm unsubscribed from loads of them today. Sorry, what did Richard say about Youngberg? I don't have to watch it all yet. Basically, they were talking about, they were slamming anyone who supports Restore as basically an ethno-nationalist, a troublemaker, racist. We're all racist. We should all wear "Let's make racism great again" on our hats. That's their philosophy. And he said, what's going to happen is you got these people doing clicks like that he actually said, I'm not going to say who it was to give him credence, but he went in with two known ethno-nationalist racists looking for trouble, and a load of lads jumped on him, assaulted him, and he said, let's be brutally honest, fair play to the guys who beat him up. They weren't that hard. I've had harder fights in a 5-year-old playground. That's what he said. So basically justifying Young Bob's attack because Young Bob basically went in there asking for it. It's just unbelievable. I was still in the Birmingham area. I'm waiting to see when it gets set up. And we will be sorting that out ASAP. As far as I know, not yet. They're setting everything up as we speak. Who are you supposed to be racist against? I genuinely don't know. I've lost track. The word's been thrown around that much. I literally lost track of what it means and who I'm supposed to be. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Apparently, I'm now racist against other white people. I don't get it. Yep, I was watching that. I watched it just before I come on. Heard what they had. I'm done. I'm done with them. I'm just generally done with them. Exactly. I just don't get it. I just don't get the mental. Basically, what he's saying is, well, you're no longer standing with me and doing as I say, so you get what you deserve. What a shitty attitude. What an absolute shit attitude to take on anyone. Genuinely. It's just unbelievable. Probably. Something like that. You're going to call everything under the sun, otherwise you never get to the truth. Absolutely. And I'm used to it. Thing is now, it doesn't bother me anymore. It's just straight over the top. Just straight over the top. And we're getting called everything under the sun already. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And already we are being portrayed as the evil. We're evil. We are the rise of Nazism again. They're saying we like England for the English. Racist. And him actually said in one of his things, I don't like ethno-nationalists. I hate ethno-nationalists. Don't care. They hate me. I hate them. I don't want it. And this, that, and the other. Now, Israel, they're a powerful ethno-nationalist nation. And there's something to be looked up to. How can you say that in the same sentence? I do not know. I do not know. Not wanting to be in a minority in your own country makes you racist, apparently. I mean, how screwed up is that? I don't know about you, Vin, but my brain struggles to understand this crap anymore. I genuinely don't get it. Genuinely don't get it. How can... Oh, God. Makes me head hurt. It really does. Gobster service station, cook great breakfast, lunch, and no camps and exit A30. Thank you for the recommendation. I shall probably pop over there. I just clicked on it again because I was trying to click on something else. Because the chat is so. Thank you for all of you in the chat. You've been awesome. Can't keep up. Really can't keep up. I really can't. Boy, Dave, boy. I'm a British nationalist. The Welsh guy was scum name called me all the time. I didn't agree with it. It's ridiculous. Look, if you live in this country and you're not actually, genetically English, you can be a native. See, if I moved to Japan, if I went to live in Japan, for instance, I wouldn't ever be Japanese. None of my family would ever be Japanese. But if I lived in that country, I would support that country and I would become a Japanese native. I would believe and support the Japanese culture and the way of their life, and I would support that country. That's nothing wrong with that. But if somebody said to me, Japan for the Japanese, I'd go, absolutely right, mate. As it should be. As it should be. Well, I'm going to have to leave point visiting parents tomorrow for the weekend, so I need to get my head down. Good night, Mr. Stewart. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for popping in. Have a good one. Britain evacuated 338,000 men from Dunkirk in 10 days. We expect to believe it's impossible. Of course we have to believe it's impossible. Everything's impossible. Unless they want to do it, and then all of a sudden it's fine. I'm that far off, fell off the side of the world. Yeah, I think many of us are there already. And the best thing is, I got all the way there and I didn't do anything. I went to bed one day, woke up, and apparently I've gone from centre all the way over to the far right. I didn't even know what I did. What happened? I mean, Southport did it for a lot of us. We just went, we don't really like this. What's going on? Apparently, we're all far right. I mean, I blinked and I missed it. Just blinked and I missed it. Agreed. I cannot disagree with that at all. I cannot disagree. I've lost that comment. Where's it gone? My blood was boiling when Jeff Taylor saying Restore would probably deport Ben Habib. Restore have never such a thing. No, well, again, it's misrepresentation because that's how they want it. And that, by misrepresenting people like that, misrepresenting what's been said, makes them just basically a left-wing party. They're acting like left-wing politicians. That's what they're doing. They're absolutely doing that 100%. Absolutely 100%. Can anyone answer that question? I don't know yet. I'm joining Monday. I'm going to get paid. So there you go. I'm guessing most of these right-wing talking heads live predominantly in white areas. Exactly. I mean, I live just down the road from Brum. I mean, literally, and it's moving down the Coventry Road as we speak. I mean, it used to be just in Smalley, Sparkbrook, and now Birmingham's fallen. It's the Muslim caliphate of Birmingham, which is why I think they're having the strike in there. So they just want to make it to be in the shithole. And anyone who looks at the rubbish strike goes, oh, but it never looked any better in any case. It all looked like a shithole. And they're moving down. But yeah, everybody was kung fu fighting. Absolutely true. There you go. Someone said, check your spam folder. There you go. Thank you for answering that. Defend England, Wales, Scotland and Ireland. Fuck outside there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. People can't even define the right. Well, they can. Excuse me. It's anyone who doesn't believe in their philosophy. That's the right. If you disagree with them, you're right. You're on the right wing. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Jeff got hammered tonight, rightfully so. Their masks have fallen, haven't they? It's as simple as that. Absolutely unbelievable. Reform have gone to the left too. I'll be honest, Ben. They were always there. They were always there, unfortunately. And let's not forget, all these people are heavily involved with Advance UK. Exactly. Exactly. And they're really, really upset that things just aren't going their way. And their big investment in this organisation could end up meaning nothing to them. And they lose everything. Rupert's not just ruffling feathers on the left, he's ruffling feathers everywhere. The establishment do not like him. Yeah, he always has. I mean, when people go, oh, it's terrible, look at the mess over there in Small, it's always been like that, for God's sake. We won't mention the Millwall match yesterday. Yeah, we were shit. We didn't turn up. We were awful. Just really pisses me up. Which part of Birmingham were you brought up in, Gobster? Believe it or not, old chap, I was born and brought up in Selly Hall. I am in the posh area. Yes, I'm actually a Silhillian. Yes. Although I did have a great Brummy dad and a great Brummy mom. Mom come from Shirley. Dad come from Brum. My dad actually was born and brought up in Allen Rock before it changed. So there you go. That's where I was brought up. So actually, I'm supposed to be a silver spoon in the mouth. I sound more like a teleho, old chap. Yes, yes, I know it was 3-0. I was watching. Thank you very much. Be interested if Reform lose tonight, they'll probably blame Stoke. I've already put that on X and bookmarked it. And they are going to lose because the Greens will win because they'll win on postal votes, I guarantee you. Shirley and Sheldon have also fallen. Yeah, Sheldon's even closer to me. So, yeah. Contact them if you can't get through. Yeah, a lot of hate coming. Well, no, what they're doing is showing how left they are. They're left wing. That means when they've been all spouting towards you all these things they're going to do to you, they were lying. Clearly, they were lying. That's not what they wanted to do. That's clearly not what they wanted to do. If they have 2 weeks have gone from we're all here for you, we're all fighting for you, to you're nothing but racists, like that, then the first thing they were saying was not the truth. It's as simple as that. Chemsley Wood no-go area? No! Probably the Wood is probably one of the few places left. I actually quite like going shopping in Chemsley Wood. It's a nice area. It really is. Yes, you're living in a Cadbury house. Thank you for the chocolate. Yes, there is a posh area in Brum. Yes, we do have them. Yes. And then I arrived and ruined it for everybody. Maypole, lovely, nice area. Love that place, Maypole. Bassett's Pole pub. Used to love Bassett's Pole. Lovely place. Still is. Still a really nice place. Is it true? Yeah, they weren't allowed to have them. I don't think they have they? Amazing how they didn't think Rupert was Ethron Ashes when they wanted to join Advance, and now he's exactly again. You knocked it on the. See, Vin's got it. He's clued in. Rupert was absolutely the man to be. He was going to be the party leader of Advance. He was the man. Didn't want anything to do. It started his own party. He's a evil bastard, Nazi. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. And I don't understand it. I just don't. Just madness. Oh, sorry. What do you think of Restore's policy links to pepper spray? 100% behind it. 100% behind it. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't anyone be? We live in a very dangerous time, especially for women and for girls. And they should have the ability to protect themselves. There is no argument. There is no argument. Right, I'm off to watch Zulu. Great film. One of the greatest films ever made. Do the Black Country accent, please. Yeah, I'm all right, kid. How's Yam doing? You're all right, are you? Oh, it's great, isn't it? It's lovely. Oh, it's lovely. All right, lovely. Oh, is that right for you? Yeah, good night, Saint. Thanks for coming. Yeah, to Advance UK. We are that lot. We're evil. I just... This fucking cough's killing me. I love the way how 2 weeks ago I was all good and now I'm not. I just... Just madness. Just absolute madness. I'd rather not be that lot. No, nor me. I'm glad I have nothing to do with them. My granddad was the chairman of Birmingham City Sport Club and was housed under the railway end. Spent my youth there. Nice. Do they not realise the voters are watching and listening in horror? The despicable, exactly. And they don't get it. Yeah, don't forget to do that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would be much appreciated. I'm actually quite impressed because we've actually gone up by 2 subscribers while we've been live on here. I'm surprised about that. Google, please translate. It's what I always get when I'm a Brummie. Whenever I go on holiday, they go, where are you from? I go, I'm from Birmingham. Oh, yeah, I'm all right, our kid. No, because I don't come from the black country, okay? Got to get rid of this bloody cough. Nice thing about it, taxes mean we're winning. Absolutely. Looks like we are winning. So glad to train on Gobster. We'll tell you exactly. Well, I'm here just to tell you what I see. If I gain subscribers, brilliant. If I lose subscribers, oh well. Not supposed to be about that, is it? Sparkles, yep, Sparkle is Islamabad. It really is. If you're going down Small Heath towards the Blues Ground, you go through Somaliland. That's it. It's literally Mogadishu. It's quite nice down there. Lovely. They all disappear when the Blues go. Yeah, it is a very dry cough. I've run out. Hold on a second. I've got some pop in here. Hold on. Wait a minute. Where's this bloody pop gone? Oh, I've got some in here. There it is. Excuse me a moment. I've got to get a drink because I'm really not organised now, boy. Pepsi Max. Sorry about that. Oh, that's better. Just made my phone come up with Google. Sorry about that. Do apologise. Yep, that's exactly what I've been saying on everything. Vote Green, vote Get Islam. Terrible. The Wizards have been slating with unbelievable. He's part of it. I tell you what, look, let these people get on with it. I'm done with it all. Done with it all. That was on Vindicator stream the other day. Richmond is being racist by targeting a single group. English. Exactly. But no. All that for a Pepsi Max. I know it was a lot of struggle, wasn't it? Made a real bad go to get a can of pop out of a blooming pack. I'll probably have to go. Probably have to go to the doctors. This bloody thing. There you go. Because they're not worth it. They're just not worth it. They're idiots. They are. They're idiots. Old saying, it wasn't the cough that killed you. It was the coughing that carried you off. And yeah, I know. Get some rum in that Pepsi. I'm going to get some Jack Daniels. My God, we've already gone over an hour. Unbelievable. I totally on board with Steve when it comes to total re-immigration. I think it's a bit too far. There are people in this country who have been in this country, have contributed to this country and helped this country, and they don't deserve to get rid of. So I think that's too far. But again, Steve Laws is Steve Laws. He never changes these viewpoints, and that's fine. I just don't agree with it. I just really don't. I'm with you, mate. I'm so disappointed in Paul's direction. They're both playing. Exactly. It was stupid. It's just stupidity. Absolute stupidity. Watch the video by Kira Dis. Wonderful to see her and your foot. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Kira's great. Absolutely great. Paul Thorpe and Richard, I'm sure to see Rupert's low actions of betrayal and insult to Ben. Yeah, but there's no need to do that. Absolutely need to do that. It's not felt like an hour. It hasn't, has it? I just looked on shit. We're over an hour. And I've got so many. Oh, yeah, I've got to go and get the kids, make sure they're all sorted to go to bed and that. And I need to get some whiskey for this bloody cough. Stretch it down or anything. Have any of these addressed any policies focused on? No, well, no, they have by misinterpreting every single one of them. That's what it is. The amount of people who think Rupert's position is Steve Law's position is baffling. No, that's because they're being told that. They're being told that. Oh, well, they're just like Steve Law's. Jesus. But it's not. They're scared. Let's be honest, the blob is scared. The blob is scared, and they're terrified that it's going to keep coming. Right, talking about that, it's been an hour now. You have been awesome. We've actually gained some subscribers. Thank you to all the people who have just subscribed. Very nice of you. Thank you so much. You have been absolutely awesome in the chat. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your comments or even call you out. There has been so many people. We've had so many people watching again tonight. Been absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. You know, I without you, I'm nothing. Thought mentioned during his live the other day, Gobster, he called you a shit stirrer. Well, I'm honoured. I'm a shit stirrer. That means I'm doing something right. I'm going to piss him off with this one then, aren't I? If you don't like it, I don't care. I'll actually use your words, Paul, to all my haters. Why don't you just fuck off? I don't care. I don't care what people say. They can say what they want. Call me a shit stirrer. If you don't like it, tough shit. I'll keep shit stirring if that's what you want to call it. It's a guilt by association fallacy. Absolutely. It's just been, if Paul Thorpe, Richard Inman, or anyone else wants to call me a shit stirrer, slander me, look, if you think that's bad, you want to try dealing with the Doctor Who community when you say something they don't agree with, I got called everything. I don't care. I don't care. If that's what you think about me, fine. Blow your socks off. Because if that's what you think, then I'm therefore living in their heads rent-free. Don't give a shit. Genuinely don't care. Genuinely don't care. Thanks, Finn. Thanks very much, my friend. Much appreciate you being here as well. Thanks for it. Thought calling the kettle black? Absolutely. Except, of course, when I've been doing my live streams and when I do my videos, I don't change my line. I don't lie to people and I don't call them something different just because I don't follow their points of view. You're entitled to your point of view. I'm entitled to my point of view. That's fine. But I will always be straight down the middle. And if you don't like it, go float. Go float. Yeah, exactly. I don't care. I really don't care. Really don't care. Well, yeah, it's funny that. Well, if that's what he thinks. And I'll be honest, if I've got to the stage where Paul Thorpe is noticing me, calling me a shit stirrer, guess I'm doing something right then. It is what it is. Any case. With that, I am done. You have been awesome. Thank you so much for all the interaction. Thanks for everything. The chat's been awesome. Brilliant. You are awesome. Remember, this isn't just for me. The chat's there for you lot. Let's keep building this community. We've got a load of like-minded people, and I love it. And I think you're all great. And don't anyone ever tell you that you're nothing other than brilliant. Fantastic, the lot of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for everything that's going on. And before my voice gives out and I choke myself to death on my own phlegm, I am going to go. Thank you so much. Love to you all. You look after each other, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. You have been absolutely awesome as always.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night. And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
That was mad, what a little ride. Thoughts of a brummy straight from my side. Hope you laughed, hope you felt that glow. Sat at home like front row show. Thank you for